So you want to basically teach kids to think for themselves.
Yes.
To arrive at the answers in a way that,
Yes.
that actually makes
yeah,
sense.
makes sense to them. 7 times 3, and then they say 21, but they don't have.
Oh, they don't understand.
They don't understand why it's 21.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're just memorizing it.
Yeah.
You kind of like implant on the children that's okay not to make sense. I see there is a gap in this educational world where we as a parent, I'm also a parent, we want something real in the school. So it's not just, like trying to get good grades on the paper, but also have a very good life skills that the children can carry forward and apply in their lives, not just theoretically.
Yes.
Yeah. So I see this gap.
Right.
The normal school, they don't provide this. But then also I understand there are already like many alternative schools, but they also don't really pay attention in education as a, academic. So I feel like we need to find balance, between academic and life skills.
Yes.
Because I think both are equally important.
Yeah.
As well as we also must build like the love learning, of the children. So it doesn't make any sense for me if children feels it's a obligation to go to school.
Yeah.
To me, it's like more like children must feel enjoy learning in the school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, because it's like if you force them to learn in a way that they hate, like one they don't learn.
Yes.
Then maybe they grow up associating learning with like pain.
Yeah, pain.
Right.
Yeah.
Then you don't really have like maybe like a well-equipped human being in the world.
Yeah. So I see like many children even feel happy when there is holiday in the school.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's so true. It's like, now you're released from prison.
Yes,
it's
right.
like, well, maybe we shouldn't make it like prison so that they enjoy themselves.
Yes. So that's actually my goal here. And so then I've been through already like quite a few schools for my daughter, and I couldn't find any school that meet the expectations. And I was considering of homeschooling, but then my daughter is a only child, so how can she socialize, with other peers? And I know people say to me, well, we can just have a hangout,
Yeah, it's different though.
Yeah, but it's different though. Yeah, exactly. It's like how they bond each other. I want my daughter to have best friends.
Yeah.
I want her to have relationship.
Yeah, rivals.
Like I want her to have some challenging while she's young, so then she can develop this also skill set for how to handle difficult things when it comes to relationship, how to solve the problem, how to collaborate, and how to bond. That's also have some, interpersonal skills like you need to build up, right? And do the homeschooling, I don't feel we can go to that direction.
No, like it may have other benefits, but the social aspect of it.
Yeah, and social aspect is not just hanging out.
No.
Yeah.
It's like how do you like cohesively integrate into like society in a group of people?
Yes.
Where you can work together and like communicate and connect with each other and all the things that make us human.
Yes, exactly. So we lack of that, and people tend to, overlook this. Like they feel it's easy, but it's not easy. Build relationship, human to human is not easy.
No.
Yes, and so many people also fail in the relationship also, right? Like they don't understand how to face, like difficult arguments, for example, or feelings, right? So it is tough to be homeschooling. So that's why I feel like we need to either we just complain about it and then
Yeah.
give up on the system.
Right.
We really need to do something about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And then
And you did it.
and I did it. Yeah.
Oh, you're doing it right now.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm
Exactly.
still doing it. I'm still like giving my best and
Yeah.
trying my best to do it. It's not easy.
No, of course.
Yeah, it's really like ups and down, but I believe that my intention is really genuine, that we need this school, as if like I also really closely monitor the quality of the schools, such as like the teachers' quality,
Yeah.
how they understand the children. As you know, the children is not the same. They're all different, right? Like they have different behaviors, personalities, background,
Yeah.
like dislikes. You know, we need to like really pay attention to each child. You know, which also I believe it's very hard in the normal schools or conventional schools.
Right.
Where, you know, like one class has 25 children, 20, it's tough to.
Right, because like instead of just trying to conform them into a certain box,
Yeah.
you want to understand what makes each child unique and develop that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Do you think, you know, like for example, you do have 25 kids here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think, like, how would you do it in a way where, like, because then it feels like the teacher has to spend extra time with each child to make sure they can nurture that aspect of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you get every child to do the same thing because it's just more efficient that way to manage your class, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like how do you envision, I suppose, doing that in terms of like cultivating each child's uniqueness without like, I guess, the teachers feeling like they don't have enough time or energy to do so?
I think first of all we need to really look at the ratio teachers and children.
Okay.
Yeah. So I see that one person maximum capacity, they can only watch 5 children at max.
Okay.
Right, but ideally it will be like 3 children. So I'm moving forward to that direction, like
Right.
1 teacher to 3 children.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like a 1-to-3 ratio.
Oh,
okay.
I'm moving forward to that direction, but for now it's like 1 to 5,
1-to-5,
because you can also like putting yourself in the teacher's shoes. Like if
Yeah.
you have 3 children, for example,
Yeah.
and then you compare yourself have 5 children, that's already like a big difference gap, right?
Yeah.
And above that it's
Well, yeah, above that's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
it's
crazy,
like,
yeah.
like 1 to 25. Like, it's like even if you want to cultivate each child's uniqueness, it's like you have to sort of give a standardized lesson because there's just so many kids that
Yes.
there's no way for you to like, you know,
Customize.
exactly
Yeah.
to every single child, right?
Yes.
But then if you have 1 to 5, then I think you actually can do that.
Yes,
Like
can.
you know, even if not perfectly, at least a lot better than
Yes.
normal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for example, like in the class there are 5 children,
Right.
and then we are doing math.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we can see like everyone where they at, like their pace of the math.
Yeah.
So we set up the goal like this, for example, okay, 3rd grade, they should be in here, but then instead of giving them like standardized, okay, today we learn about this and everybody learn the same. Not like that. I feel like everybody can learn different thing. You know, even though they are in the same room. Yes. And then the teacher will monitor like each kids, and if they don't understand, they can ask the teacher. So it's also more like mentoring style, not like teaching in the board style.
Right, there's more like real human-to-human connection.
Yes.
Right? Rather than just like one person shouting
Yeah,
at the class and hoping
yeah.
it lands like
Yes.
remotely
Yes.
into their minds.
So it's like more mentoring. So the teacher come to the you know to the child, and then the teacher will ask like, "What can I help you?" You know. But then you know the teacher already you know prepare the material, so they see where they at, and if they can do it, then the teacher will give more, So we don't want anyone also to drag the other person. I think that's really good. Like this concept is really good because I feel in a big scale of the class, some children can drag down the other children.
Oh, right.
Because, for example, like 3 people, they cannot do it, and then they feel like, oh no, I cannot do it, and they make a mess in the class, and then the other class is all like falling through. Right. So this one is like, and then they also don't look down on each other because everybody knows they are different.
Yes, right.
Meanwhile, in the conventional class, it's like, some people, some kids think like the other kids are not smart.
Sure.
Right? Like, oh, you cannot do this, I can do it,
Right.
And
it
then
becomes more of a competition.
Yes.
Rather than like, hey, we're in this group together. Let's help each other.
Yes.
Just learn.
Yes.
Yeah, for the sake of learning, not because I'm trying to
Yes.
one up you or something.
And it's very hard for them to see that as a collaboration and help each other because the teacher give them grades. Like how they don't have the mindset it's a competition,
Right.
Because there is a grades like, oh, I get 90, you get 70. So it's actually competition. Meanwhile, in my concept, it shouldn't be like that. So our report also is not consist of grades, but it consists of percentage, like where they are at.
Right.
So for example, like, okay, the 3rd grade, we follow IB curriculum.
Right.
They should be in here, but then where they are, so there is a bar,
right,
and then where they're at. If there is in here, that means for the rest of the year, we should work on here to get them here.
Okay.
So I think that should be a report for children, not ABC or 90, 70. Because
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because what we actually do here, we want to prepare them to get success, right? So this is a success.
Right.
Like we measure the success. But why we give them grade as if like they fail?
Oh, right.
Right.
Like there's no failure. You're just learning.
Yes,
right?
It's a learning, right?
Yeah,
it's a learning journey. So I'm wondering why in many schools they give grades. Like,
that's a good question, actually. I never thought about it.
Yeah, right?
You're born into this world and everything is graded. You're like, okay, that's how it is.
Yeah.
But then if you pull back, you're like, actually, is
why?
this the best system to actually help kids learn and become functioning, members of society?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But why? Hi. Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, Theresia?
No, I forgot. Sorry. I was like really here and there.
And what is with the macaron?
Macaron. How about tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow I'm less busy.
Okay.
Okay. Are you okay today?
And you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I miss you.
Oh.
See ya.
See you next time.
See you.
Wait, did you forget something?
No, she always want me to
wear
do
the
the
ring.
wearing.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right,
Yeah. I forgot the
She's so
ring.
sweet about it.
Yeah, because she really made it for me, so it's really personal for her. So she needs to check every day.
Every day. to make sure that you love her. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't wear it, it's like
Yeah.
you've abandoned her.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have
No,
already
oh,
forget.
that was so lovely, though.
Yeah,
She's so nice to you.
Yeah. I mean, I think all children are nice.
Yeah. Of course, yeah.
My sister, yes, it's very nice. Yeah, so that's actually my question. It's like, why?
Wait, why grades? Like,
Yeah.
Is this system actually the best system?
Yeah, why grades?
Yeah.
I mean, imagine like you are on the race, right?
Yeah.
And then you driving this, like Ferrari or whatever, like, you go through a circuit, right? And then you just want to go to the final. So the report, if you listen to the person that monitoring the race, they won't say, "Hey, Tian got 90." No, but they will say, "Tian is at like 9 kilometers." So it's about the measure, right? It's not about grades. Although probably you will be like the faster to go to this race and you are like number one winning the competition, but
Right.
it shouldn't be grades. It should be like, for example, like, hey, Diana is at 30% reaching her goals.
Right. Right. I see. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so that
makes
more
sense.
makes sense.
Mm.
So in here also, I don't use grades,
Yeah.
and
yeah.
that's the reason why.
Mm.
Yeah.
And can you tell me a bit about like, I suppose the ways you do teach academics here?
Yeah.
Because like, we're using different
Yes.
methods, right?
Yeah, I'm using very different methods because I feel like everybody just use the same way, you know, as a conventional way where, for example, this is just a simple example like multiplications, and all children must memorizing, you know, like 7 times 3, and then they say 21, but they
Right.
don't have.
Oh, they don't understand.
They don't
why.
understand why it's 21.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're just memorizing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which
yeah.
is, I understand, to reach like a goal, we can have different ways, right?
Yeah.
But okay, you choose this way, like you choose for the children to memorizing it because we already get used to that method centuries. I don't know, like so many decades,
Right.
and then they goes in here as a memorizing, but you don't know like what's actually the impact of the brain.
Yes. Right.
You know, thinking, memorizing everything. For me, it's like number one is like you kind of like implant on the children that's okay not to make sense.
yeah. Right. Yeah. It's like, just learn what we tell you.
Yeah.
Don't question it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't have your logic.
Yeah.
Just yeah. Then you don't really develop like core critical thinking skills, right? Yeah.
So it's kind of like that's okay.
Yeah.
But then, you know, growing up, if they don't make any sense, then you will tell them like, why you do such a thing? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know. I've just been told to do it.
Yeah,
way,
right.
I never got taught to think for myself.
Exactly.
So you want to basically teach kids to think for themselves.
Yes.
To arrive at the answers in a way that,
Yes.
that actually makes
Yeah,
sense.
makes sense to them.
Yeah.
So in the multiplication, for example, then I found a way, like this is how you do it. You don't need to use your hands. You don't need to use your brain to memorizing it. You just use your logic, and it's actually develops the logic way of thinking. Like, for example, nobody question why we need grades.
Right.
So that's also proven that we don't use so much critical thinking, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't question a lot.
Yeah, we don't question the tradition. We just keep repeating it because it's been done.
Yes.
But then just because it's been done for so long,
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's like the best method.
Exactly.
Or it actually makes sense or relevant to today's world.
Yes. So, I mean, that's how actually invention begins, right?
Yeah.
When the philosopher questions everything,
Yeah.
right? And then you kind of like die down the ability for the children to questions everything, to think logically, and then how we expect our world become better, you know, as a huge goal. So
Yeah. Right. Like there's no innovation if you don't
exactly
develop your ability to like, question things.
Yeah. It can be improved, right? Because we see, okay, this is the way we improve to this way, we improve this way, but there's no innovations. It's like new way. Yeah. So to have this new way, we need to create, you know, like as many as children grow up with this mindset.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
Like you cultivate that way of thinking from a young age, and then it becomes like a core, integral part of them that they can just use at any time in their life.
Yes.
Yeah. Whereas it's like maybe like many adults they never go through this process and they grow up not really knowing how to think for themselves.
Exactly.
And then they run into problems. They don't really know how to solve it.
Exactly.
Because they don't know how to problem
Yeah.
solve, I guess, because they haven't really learned that.
Yes.
That they can, maybe that they can, and then how to do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get you.
You know, I'm not also surprised. Like nowadays, people feel stuck.
Right.
You know, as if like they feel I don't have any options. I don't have any choices.
Right.
You know, and especially
unless someone tells me what to do.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know how to move.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
I will see around what's
Yeah.
going on around, and I
Yeah.
will just follow the trends.
Mm.
Right. Meanwhile, we shouldn't actually go into direction without critical mindset, thinking like what it is actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What feels true for me.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, not only that, I think, you know, being brave. Also, it's not easy.
No.
Yeah. So like everybody goes to the south, and I want to go to the north, but I don't have the brave,
The courage.
the courage.
To do so,
Yeah.
yeah, 'cause-
Yeah.
Yeah. What if they think I'm weird? Or
Yes.
something,
Right.
Yeah.
And why you are so afraid that you will be seen as weird?
Right.
Because in the school, everybody
Right.
dress uniform,
Yeah.
all the same. And then everybody goes to the same class, everybody gets grades, everybody goes to the same process.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Like they've trained themselves into thinking the norm is safe. That's the way
Yeah.
to be. And then if I
Yes.
go against it,
It's
not
wrong.
Only, yeah. It's not only wrong. It's embarrassing. It's dangerous.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, yeah, maybe you have a society of people that they only do what they've been told, even if it doesn't make them happy.
Yes.
And they don't know actually how to navigate themselves in lives to where they can find that sense of maybe truth and happiness within them.
Yes. Some people even don't know what it is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because it's like their whole idea of how to live is based on external ideas or what people tell them to do.
Yes.
But it's like unless you can actually find it yourself, you'll never because no one else will know you
Mm.
more than you,
Mhm.
right? So it's like
Yes.
unless you have the tools to find, I guess, yourself
Yeah.
and live your life that way, you're not gonna, maybe a part of you will always feel like it's missing.
Yeah. Yeah. And you feel like always some hole inside
Some hole
you.
inside you.
Yeah.
Right.
And then yeah, but that's really began in the early age.
Yeah. Right. Of course.
Yeah. How you define yourself, how you being brave to be yourself, how you can express your mind, articulate what's in your intention, what's in your opinion without being scared to be judged by the people. Because I found many children that went to the conventional schools, they are very scared to speak their mind because they feel like I shouldn't have opinion.
Right.
I should just follow the teacher.
I should just listen.
Yes.
Just shut up and listen.
Yeah, I just have to listen to the teacher, and the teacher also tells me to be quiet when the teacher say or teach in the class.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like it shouldn't be like that. It should be like children should have freedom to ask questions in the class, even during the teacher teach. It's okay. Yeah.
And can you tell me a bit more about Jolly Phonics?
Yeah.
In terms of
Can
like
I drink first?
Yeah, of course. Sorry.
The methodology of teaching is very important. We should find a way that children can understand everything logically. Okay. Not just accept the way it is. Right. Right. Sure. So I keep finding, like a new method, new ways, not only math, also reading and writing, because come to think about it, like we learn the names of the alphabets, right? But then it doesn't sound like the names.
That's so true. And that's in every language.
Exactly, right? Like why we need to memorize A, B, C, D, and then U, but then when we say umbrella, it becomes A. Why not umbrella?
Yeah, that's so true, actually.
And then we force the children brain to accept the way it is. Again, it's like you kind of like you know, planting the seed, it's okay, you know, just not to make sense.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're planning to see that it's okay for things to not make sense.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like, just
That's true,
accept
actually.
it, you know,
Yeah,
that's the way it
That's
is.
just the way it is. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. It's like, I'll give up and just submit to the nonsense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
So this Jollyphonic solve the problems.
Right.
Because
Okay.
in Jollyphonic we learn the sounds,
Mm.
not
Yeah, because like
the
W,
names.
like what is that?
Yeah, right.
What is W? Like
And then
who said that? Who said that?
Yeah, right. And then when it puts in the words like WHO and then become who.
Yeah.
So it's like, why?
So where?
Where did
How?
that come
Yeah.
from, right? Like, you know, where that comes
Yeah,
from.
otherwise it'd be like WHO.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So many words that, you know, it doesn't align with the names of the alphabets. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then why we keep using the same methodology to kids? Why? I'm questioning everything.
Yeah.
I'm questioning everything because if we can be better,
Yeah.
if we can find better way, then why not?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, why not?
It's crazy that this hasn't been done more often.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and so many professors out there, so many doctors out there, so many like intelligence people out there. So what's missing? I think that's
Courage. It's
yeah,
courage,
it's the
actually.
courage,
It's
exactly.
100% courage.
Yeah.
To go against the norm and do
Yes,
something different.
yes,
Right?
it's a courage. you feel afraid if you know, like you don't have any friends
Yeah, you have no
or
support.
any support or any community.
Yeah.
You know, but you know we to me it's like being optimist. You know, and then you can see there's no community, but actually there is.
Yeah.
I
right.
believe there is. I believe we can even like collect people from all over the world that have the same mindset and then grow something out of it.
I mean, I bet there's so many people with this mindset right now.
Exactly.
Like, so many already that are conscious of this mindset, and so many unconsciously are thinking this, but they don't realize this is actually what they want.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
right?
until someone actually builds something concrete and show them
Yes.
how to do it, they're like, oh,
yes.
actually, you're right. You know, like the ABCs don't make sense, math doesn't make sense, and
Yeah.
you start changing the world, really.
Exactly, right? But we need to start something.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, like real, like
Yeah.
concrete, like people can come and see and support. You know, otherwise it will be just an idea on the cloud. Right.
Well, I think that's how all revolutions start.
Yeah.
Like, it's always like one person with a crazy idea
Yes.
that eventually, like in the beginning, no one listens. You know, there's that whole like thing that's like, oh, you know, first they will like laugh at you, then they'll get angry,
Yeah.
then they follow you, something like that.
Yeah.
Where like there's this progression of like anytime someone tries to innovate or create something new, there's going to be resistance or misunderstanding.
Yes.
But if you keep going through a certain point, then you flip the switch and then everything comes
Yeah.
and you're like, oh my god, this guy's a genius, you know? And
Yeah.
There's a quote I really like. It's like, you're crazy until you're successful, then you're a genius.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
but it takes a lot of courage and perseverance for someone to go through the initial stages of like, oh, I don't know, is this the right thing? You know, what if people say this? And if people are saying that, how do I maintain my own sense of, I guess, self, where I don't collapse into all the judgment and criticism and keep going
Yes.
until you get back past that point where it's like, okay, now the world sees and they understand.
Yes.
It's like it's a whole
Yeah.
thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So in that journey, in that process, we need like a very resilient mentality.
Yeah, exactly.
Like your mentality need to be resilient and then to be strong to get through the process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like know your own sense of integrity. And
Yes.
then, like stick by it, no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really hard to cultivate, I think, especially when oftentimes it feels like the world is trying to get you to break that integrity
Yes.
in order to
Because
get this and that.
you keep hearing many people probably keep coming to you and then say, what are you doing?
Right.
You know, you think it will be successful? You think it will, you think you will earn money? You know, that's the most questions I think people nowadays,
Yeah.
you know, ask you, because the measurement probably will be like money,
Money, yeah.
yeah, like successful, recognitions.
Yeah. All the superficial stuff that we've been learned to care about.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
ultimately actually makes us really unhappy.
Yes. So it's if you understand to that level, it feels like,
Why am I listening
yeah.
to you? Don't talk to me.
Yeah.
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 No.
Then you know, like and I'm actually like very happy, like for example, to come across someone like you that understand this
Yeah.
level,
Yeah.
because I found it's very difficult, you know.
Yeah. I mean, like I'm brilliant, so it's rare to find someone like me.
I know. I know. It's like that mindset. It's like it's very hard, you know. I come across so many people, and yet like it's very hard for me to make them understand how important it is to make a difference.
Yeah, and I think it is rare, but it's not so rare to the point where there isn't a community.
Exactly. That's what I want to build.
Yeah.
Like there should be community, and this is Bali,
Mm.
where I think people love living here from all over the world. This is a very good point, like a hub,
Yeah.
you know, connect many people from many countries, many cultures. I'm calling people out actually, like if they have the same mindset and genuinely want to make difference, you know, not just as a business, you know, education business wise, you know. So yeah, I hope, you know, I will get there, and people will know, you know, people will be aware, like yeah, this is
a reality.
yeah, this is this happens. There is someone in Bali that really cares about education,
Like
to
real
the
education.
real education, like the answer, the essence of the school, right? Like where is it now?
Yeah, right. Yeah. You know,
I don't know.
Where is it besides this dogmatic like machine that just trains people to think in the same way?
Yes.
Right?
So where is it? Where's the essence?
Yeah,
Looks
yeah,
like it's fading away, but I believe it's still there.
Yeah.
You know, and many people already give up on the school and then choose unschooling or homeschooling.
Yeah. Right.
Because there is no essence again.
Yeah. Right.
They start to disbelieve on schools.
They lose hope.
Yeah.
That schools,
Yes.
like are useful or
Yes.
like beneficial.
Yes.
Right?
So they already feel like.
Or they even see schools as more harmful than good.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
That's like it's crazy. It's like
Yes.
you know this like supposedly pure place where we raise children and distill knowledge has turned into like something very twisted in a way sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So many. I've come across so many people already like.
Yeah.
How to say, skeptical?
Skeptical. Yeah.
Yeah, about the schools.
The
they
school
feel.
system, right? Yeah.
Yes.
The school system is like.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very questionable sometimes. When
Yes.
You look at it. Yeah.
So why?
Yeah. Why? Right. Why? Why? Yeah. So.
Why we let that happen to this point?
Yeah, and so if you can see all the potential gaps in it, and you can do something about it,
Yeah.
then it's like, well, we at least should try.
Yeah.
Right?
At least to try.
Yeah.
It's like if you ever heard like we should leave something better when we find it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I found this is like a huge gap. I found many people already feels skeptical, like they lose hopes and trust in schools.
Yeah.
But then why? You know,
Yeah.
we should go back to the essence of educations, the essence of the school. Where is the soul of the schools? Where are the teachers?
Yeah.
Where are the good teachers that have the soul? Like,
Yeah.
like
It's not just a job for them.
it's
right?
not.
Yeah.
It's a calling. Like,
Exactly.
yeah. Yes.
Dari hati.
Yeah, dari hati. Where are they? I feel like I even wanna like probably give a shout out
Yeah.
to the teachers all over the world, like,
Right.
hey, where are you guys?
Right. Yeah. Like
Where-
if you have this vision, come to
Yes,
Bali Earth School.
yes.
Yeah.
Please come.
Oh shoot. Okay, we should do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I believe there
Yeah.
are so many teachers also lose their souls
Yeah.
because they have to follow the curriculum,
Yeah.
the system.
Mm.
They cannot be creative in their teaching styles.
Right.
They don't feel like there is a calling again for them because once they already come into the
Right.
institutional of the schools,
Mm.
they
They lose
already
hope.
they lose hopes themselves.
Yeah.
Like
The
what?
The kids lose hope. The parents lose hope. The teachers lose hope.
Yeah.
Everyone comes here. They're just like, this sucks. Why am I here?
Yeah, why am I here? You know,
Yeah.
I'm here just to do the job,
Yeah.
not even my career,
Yeah.
right? I mean, career.
Not my calling.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not my calling.
It's like, I almost have to shut my heart down sometimes just to do the job.
Exactly, right?
Mm.
But then why?
Yeah, why?
Why you kill yourself?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
like your soul. You kill your soul because you don't have any options but to do the job.
Right. And basically, you're trying to create more options.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am.
Mm.
Truthfully, because I think
For parents and teachers.
yes,
For kids, I guess.
yes,
Yeah.
like yes, we have options. Yes, we can do something together. Where are you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know this world is huge, right? You know, and then they are all over the places and probably think the same like us. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
but there's no calling.
Right, so we need to find the parents and the teachers that are aligned
Yes,
with this vision.
yeah, like don't lose hope in schools. We can create actually,
Real
you
school.
know, real schools,
Yeah.
and it should be everywhere.
Yeah, that should be the norm.
Yeah.
The new norm.
Yeah.
Right. So like I guess like what would be like your ultimate vision for the school?
For these schools or
Yeah.
for school as general?
Yeah, I guess well, let's just say for now it's like ideally, you know, if this school could expand to all your hopes and dreams the way you would want it to, like how would you want Bali Earth School to eventually become? Like what is sort of like the ultimate vision for Bali Earth School?
Okay, so I see schools in my visions.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be so huge with like space, big buildings. It shouldn't be like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because who wanna live in a hotel? You know,
Right.
like
Well,
like
like a
like
prison complex.
like a prison complex.
Uh-huh.
And then children just go around there, you know, by for example, like by 1 year, they already get bored. They already know everywhere, right? So I don't have vision that the school should be big like a university.
Oh, I see.
The school should be like a house, like a
Like a little village?
yeah, like a little, just a little place with a space, like a, how to say this, like probably just like a few buildings, but not big buildings. It should be like nature-based buildings.
Like
So,
open plans?
like
sort of?
open, yeah,
Oh,
like
I see, I
like
see.
an open place, and then there are space for them to do gardening. I see gardening is very important because we should always plant. You know, we should always keep our earth green.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So gardening is very important. Not so much buildings. Should be more open space. Children should be able to learn outside, and then, you know, we take children also to see the real world.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
that's why we have outings. It doesn't make any sense to me like outings doesn't really exist in many schools. They only see outings as a excursion.
Excursion? Yeah.
Yeah, like they just go for like every 3 months,
Right.
every 6 months, and they just having fun with that, outings. But for me, it's like, see the reality when we grow up, we want to explore places.
Yeah.
We want to travel.
Mm.
We want to visit another culture.
Mm.
So this mindset should be also. We also need to build this mindset to the children
Yeah.
for them to respect other culture, right? So when we take them outside, we also teach them this is another place. We should respect their customs. We should respect their culture, and there is also like building their love of learning other people culture. That makes we as adult will respect one another.
Yeah. Right.
Because sometimes I also feel like we don't really care of that people because we have different culture.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, when we come to some place, we have to respect the customs there.
Yeah. Wow.
And the
Really?
school, they don't teach this.
No.
And so many like kids growing up, they do to another place and they don't respect the customs
Yeah,
there.
like a typical tourist.
Yeah.
Like, they go to a country. Like,
Yes.
They make a big mess.
Yeah.
And
then they leave.
They leave. Yeah. Then everyone's like really pissed off at them. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's also like build the mindset of diversity.
Right.
Because we all different, we all diverse,
Yeah.
and that's okay. No matter like what color you are, or what type of your hair you have, your eyes, whatever it is, like we embrace it. But we cannot just say these things to children.
Yeah, you have to show them.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
It's like you need to embrace it. You need to learn math. You need to read. You need to write. But they were like, why?
Yeah, why? Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And what it is? What is embracing? Right?
Right.
The children will question that.
Oh,
like,
you mean like even the word itself?
yeah, even the word itself. So
Yeah.
this is also like I see when I'm with the kids.
Yeah.
I feel like I learn a lot also from them. For example, like I say to them, wait here 5 minutes, and they were like, what is 5 minutes? Yeah. Right. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They don't know.
They don't have the temporal perception of their minds of like
Exactly.
what 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you help them just after a concept. They're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But when kids ask me that, I don't ignore that. So there is one time I was in the class and then I said to them, we will have this study for 30 minutes. And then one of the child asked me, what is 30 minutes?
Right. Yeah.
So then I give them exercise. So I said, okay, I set up the alarm for 5 minutes and we will like sit and wait.
Oh wow. Okay.
For 5 minutes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Right.
And then they were like, okay, they were so excited, like it's something,
So like experience time.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. And then they were sitting for 5 minutes and they were like, okay, yeah, 5 minutes done. And then we just shake our body. And then after that I said, do you want to try 15 minutes? And they were like, okay, 15 minutes. And then after like 5 minutes, they were like, I'm bored,
Right. Yeah.
And then I said, that is why we shouldn't be late, because then
Wow.
other people feel like it's boring to wait.
Yeah.
And that I feel like is very, it is an essence of education.
Yes,
Like give
right.
them the experience, not just give them theoretically.
Yeah.
So I also, wonder like if you can ask parents like it is important, which one is important, like they understand 30 minutes in the clock, or they understand what is 30 minutes.
Yeah, right. The actual practical implications
Yes.
of 30 minutes.
Exactly.
Right.
right? And then they're like, oh, I'm bored. I wanna like, dance or something. I said, okay, we dance for 15 minutes, and then they get tired. And then the next I said, do you wanna try 30 minutes? Because they said, what is 30 minutes, right? So I wanna get there, right?
Well, that's so interesting. I've never heard of a time exercise like that before.
Yeah, I created.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's actually really. I feel like it'd be really fun for adults as well.
Exactly, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, it's like a time challenge in terms of like, okay, well, we're gonna time you, and then you have to tell me when you feel like it's 5 minutes.
exactly,
And
right?
see if people can actually feel
5 minutes, right?
What a crazy, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, wow, that's really interesting.
Yes.
That could be a fun like little video.
Yeah.
Like a TikTok series.
Yeah.
Like, or something. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So then after 30 minutes, they want to get out from the room, like from
Oh.
the class. Like, let us get out. I feel so like, yeah.
Oh.
So then I said, you feel that long for 30 minutes? Yes. But why don't you feel that long when you play TikTok?
Oh, right. Like when you're having fun,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
So they were like, oh yeah, that's true. So if your parents said you have 30 minutes to play TikTok, that's actually already enough.
Right.
Because you even already feel like so boring and tired inside the room
Oh.
for
Well, I
30
guess
minutes.
You sort of give them the idea that like time perceptions is very like
Different.
like subjective.
Yeah, subjective,
depending
yeah.
on what you're doing. And
Yes.
Stuff, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I guess like in terms of like the future of Bali Earth School, like do you see it as like little pockets of the school, let's say, in one area, instead of having like one massive building with tons of kids?
Yes.
It's like instead of having one massive building, you have like lots of like maybe smaller sections.
Yes.
Across like a town or something.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So I want Bali Earth School is like can be accessed
Yeah.
by many people in many places.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially places that still have nature. We should preserve it, right?
Right.
And preserving it is not just, how to preserve it.
Right.
Like, do you think the government will preserve it?
Right.
It's very tough if you just depend on the government, right?
Right.
So we should educate, right, the people around it.
Right.
So by having a school there, but not big, because we also need to maintain, all the kids.
Right.
Monitoring all the kids, the activities, the quality.
Right.
And then at the same time, we can educate the parents, the neighborhood, the community there.
Like how many kids would you say is the maximum for one of these locations?
I think maximum 50 is already maximum.
50. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
50.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been in the school of 100, and
Okay.
I feel already like all over the places.
Well, cause I mean, I didn't like for example when I was growing up in Auckland, like our schools would have like 1,000 people.
But how it goes, like, not how it goes, like what kind of, the goal of it, like do the school I don't know, like, can really.
I mean, they just have more classrooms, more buildings, right? So every year level has like so many classrooms with so many teachers, and then the next level has so many. So then you sort of scale it up. So like I guess why I'm asking you that question is it's like theoretically, like in the future, if we if all schooling shifts into more of this sort of approach, like is 50 students per location, like is that too little in terms of trying to get everyone into a school?
Do you vision like the school just accept everyone or not?
Oh.
Because
I don't know.
for me it's like we want to build community, right? In
Yeah.
the same mindset, right?
Uh-huh.
So we shouldn't just accept everyone that really not really committed on what is the goal here.
Oh, I see. Right.
Yeah. So for example, like
Mm.
we do see if the parents fit in the school, if they have the same perspective
Right. Right,
for
of
the
course.
school and education,
Mm.
because also not the little parents. I mean, I found also quite many parents feel that school hold the solely obligation to raise the children.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, for me, it's like parents also contribute,
Of course, right.
and they also have obligation to raise the children.
Right.
So
It's not just for you to dump onto our care.
exactly.
And hopefully we sort out all your
yeah,
your
yeah,
incompetent parental
yeah,
skills, right?
yeah. We cannot do that, and
Yeah.
and as
Of course, no one can do that. Yeah.
many parents think they can do that.
Mm.
Okay, this is my child, this is
Right.
my children, try to
Yeah.
educate them.
Yeah.
School, that's why I send them to the school, because school need to educate them,
Mm.
and I pay the school, and that's it.
Yeah, okay.
I don't have any roles on that. And we don't want this type of the parents also.
I see, I understand.
Yeah, so we want to have like a solid, people that understand. Yes, I mean we are on this together. Yes, of course, when there's a school hour, we have a 100% responsibilities for the children. We will do our best to educate the children.
Right.
But then, if something happens, or like the children have some issues that we as the school, we cannot solve it by ourselves.
Right, right.
We need to call the parents, and then talk, and then collaborate with the parents how to solve the problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, rather than just putting it all on the school to sort it out, it's like, well, if we both try,
Yes.
maybe it'll be better.
Yes,
Yeah,
it will
yeah.
be better, because then we have like same goal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but if the parents kind of like not owning the responsibility,
Yes, then it becomes really
difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so
ultimately for the child it becomes very
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like let's say there's a town of like, let's say in Ubud there are like 500 kids that would be appropriate for our school. Would you say then you would want to build like 10 Bali Earth schools?
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Like 10 of these.
Yes.
Oh wow.
10 of
Okay.
this, yeah. That's
That's sort of the
yes,
vision.
yes.
Oh, okay.
That's the vision. Like
Whoa, that's way different.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
So if there is like 500, let's build 10 schools.
Oh, and then there will be like 10 teachers.
Yeah,
Or
there will be
maybe
like
more?
yeah.
Yeah, 1 to 5. Or
Yeah.
1 to 3.
And like the soul of the school also, it's really mostly it's about who is the teachers.
Right.
So the teachers also hold important roles
Yeah, of
in the
course.
schools.
Of course.
Yeah, so we need to like really maintain the quality, and I feel like if we have too many kids, it's gonna be like very messy.
Yeah, because it's like you want to keep everything in a way that best aligns with the mission.
Yeah.
So if there's too much of one thing or too little of another thing, then
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
balance
Yeah.
to make sure
Yeah.
the ship goes on track.
Yes,
right?
because we need to like also create a mapping, right? Like every teacher really must know who is the children.
Right.
Like they need to know their personality, their background, their motivations, how to like mentoring these children to get through all the stages.
Yeah.
So yeah, we cannot have too many kids in the same place. It's gonna be messy.
Yeah, I get
Yeah, probably in a university it's okay, but this is like a
I know what you mean, because like as like when they're younger, you want to give them more attention and more
Yes.
to really build like
the foundation.
right? When
Yes.
at university, they're more self-sufficient. They
Yes.
can figure it out themselves. You don't need
Yeah.
you don't need to build as much. Like,
No.
yeah.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah, this is a very basic foundation, and we
Yeah.
need to be very strong on
Yeah.
creating the foundation.
Mm.
So we cannot just,
It's like a very precious time to
Yes,
get right. And if you get
it's-
it right, it's like it sets
exactly.
them up so
Yeah.
beautifully.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are at their golden age, let's
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be like the age that they will never forget, in their lives. So we need to be like very personal with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. Anything else you want to say before we finish?
No, I don't think so. I just hope.
Yeah.
I just hope that this vision will come through.
Yeah.
Because for the sake of
The world.
the world,
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
sake of the world, for the
Yeah.
sake of the children,
Yeah.
really need it.
Yeah.
And I hope there are more brave people,
Mm-hmm.
to be on board and build this together. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah. Yeah.